just horse sense here tells you that it's in Donald Trump's interest to have a good relationship with the mayor of New York. It's in Mamdani's interest to continue to try to expand his coalition, right? It helps him a great deal if the people like Bill Ackman and others and billionaires, and we can think about J.P. Morgan, go down the list of people who are Trump-allied or right-coded, who have talked about leaving the city and creating all these obstacles for Mamdani as he tries a radical program. If he can build a little goodwill with those folks, then it's in his interest too.
I'm struck by that sports analogy, game respects game. It did seem to me, you could see them both working it today, like just that clip we played just now where Mamdani makes the effort to point out that Trump got more voters in New York City than he had in previous elections, more people crossing party lines to vote for him. He didn't have to in that moment. They were both working at ways to sort of salute the other while still holding their own ground.
Well, now here you go from horse sense to, we'll say, equine psychology, right? So that's the story inside the story. And for these folks, right, for the energy in this space, I think you're exactly right that for Trump, if he can, Donald Trump wants everybody to like him. He wants everybody to like him. He wants every vote. He wants all of that stuff. Now, he very often won't do the things that are necessary to get those votes, but this impresario of reality television, a person who is really good at staging moments for television, here is a chance to leverage up some of Mamdani. The president likes to talk about hotness. Who's hot right now?
Right.
Well, Zohran Mamdani is very hot right now. Trump can level up a little bit of the hotness. It has a nice reality show moment, and it puts Trump into this discussion. And we should also point out, we should also remember that the nationalism that Donald Trump is the great avatar of and the socialism that Mamdani is the avatar of are not that far apart on a bunch of questions when it comes to what the government has the power to do, ought to do, the areas that it should take an interest. I think if you are Elise Stefanik, running for governor in New York, I think if you are a conservative, you perhaps look at this and say, ruh-roh, but whatever it is, it was excellent television and excellent stagecraft.
Yeah, funny you bring up Elise Stefanik, who, of course, was selected by Trump to be the ambassador to the United Nations and then unselected and sent back to Congress. She's now running for governor of New York City. Trump was asked point blank today about Elise Stefanik, who has called Mamdani a jihadist. And Trump said, no, I don't think he's a jihadist. I think he's a very rational person, and I'd live in New York City with him as mayor. Her whole campaign is, we need to rescue New York City. New York State needs to rescue New York City. And Stefanik just posted on social media, we'll have to agree to disagree on this. If he walks like a jihadist and he talks like a jihadist and supports jihadists, he's a jihadist. Interesting that she was obviously watching very closely. How does this affect her whole raison d'etre as she runs for governor of New York?
Raison d'etre. I mean, my gosh, we're moving. This is very elevated television.
I studied French in college.
Being this good.
What can I say?
But for sure, November is a very long way away. In political terms, this is several geologic eras. There'll be 3 ice ages between now and next November. If you're Elise Stefanik, it is not an unreasonable bet to say that Donald Trump and Zohran Mamdani will not be friends come next November. And
the bromance
if you're
won't
Stefanik,
last.
you're betting that it won't last. If he can't stay friends with Elon Musk, he can't stay friends with Zohran Mamdani. And if you're Elise Stefanik, your bet is that Mamdani's policies will fail and that New York will be bad, and that will help her. But it's also true that she's starting out way behind in this race in what looks like already a very difficult year for Republicans. So maybe Trump just doesn't care. Maybe he's going to do what he likes to do, and Elise Stefanik can figure out her own way to Albany.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe below and download our NewsNation app right now on your phone, and you will get fact-based, unbiased news for all Americans.